use the graphs shown to answer the following questions. So we have two graphs. One's f of x, that's right here, and one's g of x, that's right here. So we just have two graphs living together here. And it says find the domain of each. Okay, we can do that. Let's first do this one. So domain, of course, is the x's, left and right. This is going to keep on going. Now, it looks like it appears as going up right forever, but remember, domain is asking how far left is it going. So while it is going up, it's also going to the left forever. Right? So we're going to have a negative infinity situation because this graph will keep it going up and left forever. And on the right-hand side, let's see, follow this. Yeah, so right here, right, it is slightly going down, but more importantly, it's going right forever. So that is also going to be infinity. It's going to keep on going left forever and right forever. Then we can do the same thing with the g of x. While this is going down, it's also going left forever. And while this is going up, this over here, it's also going right forever. So these have the same domain. They both have a negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay. Now, if we weren't using set notation, you could also say this is the same thing as all real numbers. So you've probably seen that answer in previous classes. It means the same thing. Okay, but we're going to stick with the interval notations. All right, it says the values of x for part B such that each of them equals 0, right? So where is y equal to 0? Think of like this f of x, or it's the y-axis. Right, where is 0 on the y-axis? All right, so the y-axis is right here, right? And this is negative 8, negative 6, negative 8, and this is positive 8. This is negative 4, right? So where is it equal to 0? That's right here. So it's asking for the x-intercepts. So notice how on the previous page over here it says, find the x-intercepts, right? And on here it didn't blatantly say find the x-intercepts, but you have to know that this is the same as find the x-intercepts. Same question, phrased slightly different. So all we have to do is find out where it intersects right up here. So we have f of x, let's go back to green. F of x is going to intersect at negative 4, positive 2. Following it carefully, and looks like that looks like it. Yeah, so I'm going to say negative 4, positive 2. And this might actually probably, if I figure it out, that might actually intersect down the road, but I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm going to go off the, what's just on the graph we're given. And then let's look at g of x. So that looks like negative 2. And then it comes back down. We got positive 3. And then it goes back up at positive 7. Those are our x-intercepts, also known as the zeros of both f of x and g of x. Okay, we got so much. Okay. Oops, no, gotta get my buttons down. That was the undo button. This is the zoom out. There we go. All right, next, find the values of x such that f of x equals g of x. So when they're equal, that's graphically where they intersect with one another. Right? Where they're equal is they're the same x and the same y. Now it says just give us the x values. So go back to our graphs and just locate where they intersect and how many there are. So we have right here, right? And that looks like about negative 3. And then over here they intersect, which looks at positive 3. And then follow them again, and they intersect one more time, looks like at positive 9. So in our set notation, we'll just write that out. Negative 3, positive 3, 9. All right, next we have find the values of f of x such that f of x is greater than or above g of x, right? Where the f of x function, the green one here, is actually above. Like you can see, like, let's get rid of some of this writing so we get a little So you can see right here, this whole part of the graph is above g of x here, right? It's just geographically, well, okay, here's g of x, here's f of x. F of x is clearly above g of x. And then when we get to here, now f of x becomes below g of x. And then once we go over here, right, starting right here, f of x is now, once again, above g of x. And it goes right here, and then stops, and then starts going below g of x. So it looks like we have, this is negative infinity over here, so from negative infinity all the way to right here, which is negative 3, that's where the first interval is. That's f of x is above or greater than g of x. So from negative infinity to negative 3. And we're going to use parentheses here. Because at actual negative 3, they're equal to each other. So if this said f of x is greater than or equal to, then I'd use this, right? But since it doesn't have it, I'm not going to. The buttons, okay. And we had one more, starting at, looks like right here, 3, and going to 9, right? So from 3 to 9, this f of x, right, this is f of x line, it's above the g of x line. So we have from 3 to 9 as well. All right, doing pretty good. And of course, it's going to ask us the other direction. Where is it below? So it's nice we have this here already. So where is it below? We can just continue. Well, from right here all the way to right here, this is still f of x, right? This is below. So from negative 3 to positive 3. This function is below g of x, less than it. So we have from negative 3 to positive 3. And going back up, and we could say right here, from 3, let's see here, from, where is that below? Oh, right here. There it is. So right here, starting at 9, and then keeps on going. From 9 to infinity, it's going to be below. Because it seems like this is going up forever, this is going to go down forever, so from this point on, this graph will always be below or less than this graph. Alright, so we have 9 and to infinity. Good? Alright. Now, okay. Let's see. Find the value of x such that g of x is greater than 0. So this is also known as positive. So this is a review question. This is from the last video. Just where is it above the x-axis, right? Same question asked a little bit different. Where is it positive? Where is it greater than 0? Where is it positive? Where is it above the x-axis? All the same exact question. All right, so I'm going to take this off once again and look at where is it positive. So I'm going to highlight, yellow, yeah. So positive is right here, above the x-axis. And we're asking, where is, let's do red, or let's go pink. Where is, let's see, g of x. So make sure you pick the right function. So that's this one down here. So right here, from here, here, that's all positive. So from, looks like negative 2, and this looks like 5. Negative 2 to 5, that's all positive. And then it starts up right over here from 7 and on to forever. So right here at 7, also positive. 7 to forever, infinity. All right. So each one of these by themselves, you can see it's not too difficult, but when you put them all together, there is a lot going on. You really do have to pay attention to details and what they're asking, but just take it one little problem at a time and try not to get overwhelmed, right? Because really each one of these is just asking a rather basic question. So next one, where is f of x less than 0? Where is it below the x-axis this time? Right, so we have f of x. Yeah, so right here's f of x. So starting right here to right here. So from -4 to 2, that's below. Right, and also it's below from, looks like from here to here. That's 5, and that is 7. So from 5 to 7. All right, almost done. So we're going to find the values of x such that f is increasing, and then where g of x is decreasing, and where f of x decreases. Right, yeah, so we're just going to do some increasing, decreasing. And over here it says where it's constant, that means neither increasing nor decreasing. And then where f of x is positive. Yeah, okay, so we can finish this up. Let me get this off here. Good. Go orange. So we can find where is f of x increasing. Okay, so we're going to find f of x. This is decreasing from left to right. We get to right about here. It starts increasing. F of x is increasing. And we have to make a judgment call. It looks like it's somewhere in between right here, 3 and 4. Right, so I'm going to call that 3.5. And I'm going to use -1 over here. So let's say that's 3.5, about 3.5 right there. So we have -1 and 3.5. Okay. Good, and then goes here, and then that just goes down. So that looks like it. So most of this graph is decreasing, or in this case right here, it's constant, and then goes down again. But right there, that is increasing. Good. Next, we have the value of x such that f of x is constant. Okay, that's the next part. So we have constant is just horizontal, right? Not up, not down. It's like a neutral. So that's from -3.5 that we just found to 6. Actually, no, it's positive 3.5. Yeah. 3.5 to 6. It is constant. And actually, we can include, it actually includes those endpoints as well. Yeah, starting at 3.5, including 3.5, is now constant. Okay, next, the values of x such that g of x is decreasing or decreases. Now we're going back and looking at the other function, g of x. It looks like it's going up, 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 and then right here it goes down. Decreases one time, and one time right here, and that's once again 3.5 to 6. That looks like where it is decreasing. No, not 3.5. What is that? That's just 3. Why do I think it's 3.5? I'm nuts. All right, 3 to 6. So from 3 to 6. Okay, decreasing. Let's see here. Let's do this other one. Where's the value of x where f of x is decreasing? Let's do the other decreasing first. So let's look at f of x and see where that's decreasing. So right here, decreasing, decreasing. Right here, it starts increasing, goes up, and right here, decreases, decreases. So it looks like from 6 to forever, right? Infinity. 6 to infinity. And over here, negative infinity to the left, all the way to 1. So negative infinity to -1. And then also, we have 6 to infinity. good. All right, we made it. Last one. Where is f of x positive? Where is it above the x-axis, right? That's the same question we had up here. Being positive above the x-axis greater than 0. It's the same thing. We're just going to do the other function. We did g earlier. Now we're doing f. All right, so where is it positive? Okay, so I like to do the highlighting for that part. So let's look at highlight the positive above the x-axis. And then just follow f of x, right? F of x, yeah. So let's take off the box and do just highlighting. Yeah. So all this right here, that's positive. And you follow it around, and then right here it becomes positive again, positive again, positive again. All right, and it looks like it'll keep on staying positive for a long time until it'll hit at some value down the road. It'll actually start being negative again at some point. So let's first do this. So from negative 4, and then right here, from negative infinity all the way to the left to negative 4, that's going to be positive. So we have negative infinity to negative 4. That's going to be positive. And where else? It's going to be positive starting at 2 all the way down here, and we could figure that out. Let's see. So let's do 2. 2. And we could actually figure this out. Let's see if we can do this. So this is right here. I'm going to look at the slope. See if I can kind of figure this out. Do a little mathing. So you can see this is going down 2 to the right 3. Right, so we can actually copy that down 2 to the right 3. So it looks like right here, right, it'll be right there. I kept drawing it, so that was going to be at 12, it looks like. And if I went down 2 and from 12 right 3, that's going to put me at 15. So technically we should probably think about that. Now usually problems won't go off the graph like this. We're just being detailed this time around. But it's definitely, since it's going down, you don't want to say from 2 to infinity it's going to be positive, because clearly this will go down at some point, go back into negative territory. And we were just able to use a little slope to figure out what that number was. Alright, because this was just, went down 2 plus 3, went down 2 plus 3, and just kept on using that slope. That's how we arrived at 15. Alright, so 2, was it 2? Yeah, 2 all the way to 15. It's above the x-axis, 2 to 15. Parentheses. Alright, now we are completely done. Look at that. Very nice. Now, once again, go back and look at that. Look at that very carefully and see if you can recreate it. We're not merely writing this down to say, well, I wrote things down there, because that's not going to make you ready. But one more time, repeat the steps, read the directions, follow the answers that are already there, and make sure you can confirm each of those are correct, right? And do your own highlighting or whatever you need to do for it to make sense. Okay? All right. I think that'll be done for now. Very good.